Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Jonte. It finally happened. Kung Fu Panda 4 has dropped after 8 years of waiting. You know, it's funny because it comes full circle with Toy Story versus Kung Fu Panda. As you see the video in the top left, wherever my finger is, it was a funny feud that happened between me and some online friends, aka the Dat Boy members. But the Dat Boys, randomly, I forgot what happened, how it started, but I just know somebody just said the shit that fired the fuel. How it all started was, what's your favorite movie? Maybe that's how it started. But I know I said Kung Fu Panda. Somehow Toy Story was brought up, and I said Kung Fu Panda clears, or Kung Fu Panda is way better than Toy Story, and it was over after that. But after watching Kung Fu Panda 4 and Toy Story 4, since it wasn't really a fair comparison, since it was like Toy Story 1, 2, 3 versus Kung Fu Panda 1, 2, 3, I couldn't add 4 in there because it felt unfair. But since 4 came, I confidently say Kung Fu Panda 4, 8 out of 10. Kung Fu Panda still clears. All right. In all seriousness though, I'm doing this one take. Hopefully I can get this clear everything, right? So it's funny because I'm gonna show y'all a fun fact. Both these movies, I'm gonna give a fun fact and a harsh reality. All right. So look at this real quick, y'all. You see this? I'm gonna get to this in a minute because I had to remind myself, but don't worry. So it's funny enough, right? You see, Toy Story 3 was made June 18th, 2010. Crazy enough, right? And then we finally got Toy Story 4 in 2019. That's a 9-year wait. 9 years. That's, what I'm saying, right? Like, it's the same thing, right? Kung Fu Panda 2016 for Kung Fu Panda 3. And then we finally got Kung Fu Panda 4, which just released today. That's an 8-year gap. 8 years. Like, it is crazy. From that long for one movie for both franchises. Now I'm gonna be realistic, and I'm gonna say that both Toy Story 4 and Kung Fu Panda 4, as biased I could be, they both weren't needed. Toy Story 4, which wasn't really needed at all. I think they ended off good with Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 and Kung Fu Panda 3, I ain't gonna lie, I'll give Toy Story 3 better because Toy Story 3 ended off such a good way, but the way they did Toy Story 4, it kind of crumples up how it did, how, like it kind of fucks up the movie a little bit, if that makes sense. So that happened, and then with Kung Fu Panda 4, it doesn't demolish Kung Fu Panda 3, but it put it in a weird state right now, if that makes sense. So real quick, so I don't yap too much. This dude right here, Gaming Magic 13, he motivated me to talk about this and even review it a little bit, right? He made this 6-hour long ass video. I'm gonna zoom in for y'all. All right, y'all see that shit? 6 hours, but he spread so much hatred on the film that I loved it. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. I loved every single part of it. I watched the whole thing, but I watched like good clips and chunks of it, and he definitely motivated me. And hey, leave a comment below if you think I should go into full detail for one final big video of Kung Fu Panda franchise versus Toy Story, because now it's justified. I think it's time. I'm probably 90% sure I might do it anyway, but let me know if y'all really want to see that, because I think Kung Fu Panda does have the upper edge. I could go into detail, but it's a lot to take on. All right, so where do I start now? I would say, I guess we'll just start with the goods. We'll start off with the goods. So with Toy Story and Kung Fu Panda, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing like I did in this left hand corner. I'm not gonna go and just shit on each and just glaze everything. I'm just gonna be straightforward. All right. So both these franchises did an amazing job. Beautiful animation and shit. Mount Rushmore, they both deservedly deserve to be up there with animated movies. But on to Kung Fu Panda 4 before I start getting ranting because I'm just trying to process everything that happened. I just kind of like woke up, so bear with me. Thank you guys. So Kung Fu Panda 4, in reality, I would give it like 7, 8 out of 10. I know I'm trying to be biased, but it wasn't a bad movie. What they did good, and I'll tell you what they did bad. No spoiler free. I'll get the spoilers at the end with something I really didn't enjoy. It was like, wow, really? So the good thing about the movie is Po is that man. He is him. Po Kung Fu. Yeah, when the fight scenes pop off, you know who's the best in the room. You know he's that. He got that dog in him. Po is. He was showing that it was like, yeah, I'm the Dragon Warrior. I do this, and it's just, it's that simple for him. All right, so with that being said, it was like the fights were so fluid. Actually, take a gander. Look at this.
I'm way ahead of you.
Now, when these fights happened, it definitely had me on my seat like, oh, because honestly, the story was okay. It definitely wasn't the greatest out of compared to Kung Fu Panda 1 or 2. It definitely wasn't like the, you know what I mean? It wasn't like the super high bear shit, if that makes sense. It wasn't like, it didn't hold the same amount of weight, if that makes sense. So with Kung Fu Panda 4, they did excel in animation. Because Pixar, even after watching the Puss in Boots movie, if anybody has watched that, that's like a newer movie I could relate it to. Because the animation from like the old Kung Fu Panda movies versus like this now, and just old Pixar in general, you could just tell like they upgraded. This is like the new generation of style, and it would. I know I did a funny thing back then. You could tell. I used to do a funny thing, like say with the old Kung Fu Panda movies. I used to pause in little moments and stuff like that, and laugh when Tai Lung got punched, or something like that happened. I know I punched myself, but you get that what I'm saying. But now it's like that old back then versus now. It's just such a big upgrade. But I would say animation style, it's entertaining, and it has the funny moments. It's like sometimes it's kind of forced. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like some jokes. It's like, yeah, ha, ha, ha. Please laugh, please. It's like some jokes. It's like, nah, I fell flat. A lot of dad jokes, but for me, it was pretty funny. Um, so I know I'm gonna say it was entertaining. It was funny. I even wrote a review for it online. Actually, 1 second. All right, so here's the review I wrote online about Kung Fu Panda. I said it's entertaining, funny, everything you expect from a Kung Fu Panda film. Then I said the fights were good. The only thing that doesn't make this a 5-star is the story felt rushed and some things didn't go into detail. That was my thing. But I'm going to say a big thank you to Jack Black. Jack Black, he made this movie. He put a life into this movie. Honestly, without Jack Black, this whole franchise wouldn't be what it is. Because in the review I went to saying like he's a true GOAT. Jack Black definitely he makes this movie a 4 out of 5 because it was rated 4 out of 5. It was rated stars out of 5, and I rated 4 out of 5. And yeah, honestly, it was just he made the movie. But then I said get to the bad things. So first things first, you heard one of the bad things. The story felt rushed. It was a fast paced, funny, entertaining movie. It's not bad at all. But bad things, it was that. And then I'm gonna say I don't want to get too much into the story because I don't want to spoil it because it literally just dropped today for some people. Obviously, some people can watch it 7th or 6th or however it works. But I'm gonna give a brief explanation about what the story's about. So, it shows off Po being a badass, him being his badass, clumsy, funny self as usual, and Shifu. We still see Shifu. The dynamic's still good between them two. And it was like, okay, Master Shifu tells Po that he needs to become the spiritual leader and he needs to find a new successor for the Dragon Warrior. So somebody to take over the Dragon Warrior as it seems like. So when that's happening, we see that a new villain has arrived, the Chameleon. And the Chameleon is a shapeshifter villain who wants to do really bad things, as you could tell, because she's the main villain. Does bad, definitely gets a good vibe to the villain type of thing. And she's sort of like Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat. You kind of feel that same type of energy with her. But I would say the film, to wrap it up, it's just a really is what you expect. A kind of entertaining, fun, animated Kung Fu Panda movie that wasn't needed, but I'm glad we got it because I love the franchise and love everything about it. All right, so now I'm gonna get into a little bit of spoilers on the things that was like red flags. So to start off with the Chameleon, her story did not hold up whatsoever compared to like Tai Lung and Shang, probably the best two villains, Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2. They just started off, those villains is like, they had the bar, they had the story of like, oh, if you don't stop Tai Lung, he's gonna take over the Valley of Peace, and it's all up to you. The destiny, your destiny to become great. It was like such a good like thing, and it was like you're just rooting for him. You just want to have Poe go. It was like the battle of fate. It felt good, you know. And then also with Shen, it was like, okay, so Shen, he has this kung fu killing machine, and it's like, oh, you want to stop him, or he's gonna destroy kung fu, and it's up to you, Poe. And this is just like Chameleon. She's evil. Stop her. You know, it's just like it happens like that. And the story, it feels mad predictable. Another big spoiler. I'm sorry, but the Furious Five are in the movie, and it sucks because it's like, damn, the Furious Five is what makes it the movie. Like no Jackie Chan, no Angelina Jolie. I know I'm forgetting some names, but those are off the top of my head, and it's already been a long morning, so it was just like, so you don't get to see those, you don't get to hear those voices. You see their faces, you see them, but like they're not there, so it sucks. It's just like, wow, really. It's they get so disrespectful with the Furious Five. It's like a slap to the face. They already lost, like in this franchise. They're great warriors. We know they're great warriors. They even showed in the TV show, but they get so much disrespect. I don't know why they don't utilize five great characters who are funny. Who could be so amazing. I don't get why they lose every fight. They're you know, it's just like, what are we doing with them? You know, it's just like, that's a big pet peeve that I always have with Kung Fu Panda franchise. But let me relax. That's just something I just want to get off my chest. So, but with the Chameleon and how the story is just predictable, and it feels like a cash grab because, you know, they showed off Tai Lung, and you know, obviously you see she's a shapeshifter and she could take over some kung fu masters forms, you know, as you could say. And I don't know how much further I want to get into it, but it's just that with her, she just didn't hold the weight. I know a big thing, a really big thing. And you know, I was talking about how Poe is him, and just like he just demolished. He knows he's the best in the room. The fight between them, because obviously you know they fight. It's so one sided. It's not even funny. I know some people are gonna look at it and be like, "What? I watched this. That wasn't one sided." Trust me. Poe left walking away with 0 damage. And the big thing, you know, the apprentice, you know, if you know, you know. I'm not even gonna get into it that much, but the fact that he did that, he's like, oh, go ahead, do it. She wasn't a threat. If he did that, she wasn't a threat. She wasn't a threat to no world. She wasn't a threat to no village. The fact that he said, do that, and then it's just like, oh, he wasn't really trapped. It's like, oh, okay. So it's like he just kind of flexed real quick because he was never trapped. You know, it's like he was never in trouble. He never was trapped. He wasn't worried. It was, I feel like she has so much potential because her ability and the things she did, I was like, oh, she's a problem. And they built it up to have this big showdown for a second. But then you just see Poe just fucking clears her shit, parrying everything like too easy, too easy. All that good stuff. But it just ends in like, really, dude? Are we serious right now? But lastly, that's how I'll say the movie is still a good 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10 if on a bad day, if I'm really like in a shitty mood. But I would say it's one good thing. Jack Black, I love you. If you ever see this, you're such a good actor, voice actor. You made this movie. I promise you. He gave so much life into this movie. I know in the review, I probably showed it in this video. I went into depth about Jack Black. He deserves his flowers. Like when he's on the screen, I talk about like his performance on Bowser or Super Mario. He takes over. He brings all the emotions to the characters that you need. He is the villainous, the hatred, the funny. He does it all. Just like Jack Black, he needs his flowers. It's just sad because, you know, it's just rest in peace, Toriyama. It got me thinking just because all my goats, all my childhood goats are turning old, man. It sucks. That's why it's been a long morning. You have to even hearing that. But let me not get sidetracked too much. So I end the video off just saying thank you, Jack Black. Thank you for all you've done. You are truly one of my favorite people. Just a people in general. I know I had some weird interactions with him, like DM wise and probably interaction wise with internet. Who knows if he ever saw it? You never know. But I know I had some weird stuff with him, so I apologize if you do see that. Without me, I didn't do nothing too bad, so don't get on my head like, oh, you're toxic, da da da. I know I sent them the Kung Fu Panda video, as you see right here. Since this was a feud, wherever the video is, since it was a feud between Kung Fu Panda and Toy Story, I sent them the video saying some random, who knows what I said. I don't have the message anymore, but I just want to leave it off there. So I recommend go seeing the film. It's definitely something to pass by the time. Is it a must watch? Hell no. If you don't want to go waste your money, but it is enjoyable to watch. If you like the Kung Fu Panda franchise, you will like and appreciate this film for what it is. If you understand that. If you don't, then if you like Kung Fu Panda, go watch it. If you don't like Kung Fu Panda or you think it's okay, don't watch it. That's all I can say. I don't know what you want from me. What do y'all want from me? I like it. I went to Kung Fu Panda. I bought tickets like literally a while ago. It's over. All right, I'm done. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all later.
King in the mirror, but when I see myself in the future, my vision couldn't be clearer. I'm a dream chaser.